have some breakfast. I have sardines, 2 eggs with like rice seasoning on top, and then a toast, and then half an orange, so just 2 quarters of an orange. And I have my Americano. I really need my caffeine today. I slept well, but I went for a walk this morning. I got back, I did my morning pages, my Bible prayer reading thing that I do every single morning. Now I feel so groggy and sleepy, and I still have to go to the gym, and I'm thinking of going out to work. So I just feel like I need a little pick-me-up. Like, you can tell from my eyes that I'm like a little jaded. Well, not high, but like I'm a little, I want to be in bed. So we're gonna have an Americano to help that. I haven't really vlogged much for the rest of, like, for the most of today. After breakfast, I basically just studied and read. I booked some appointments and figured out a bunch of phone calls that I had to make. But yeah, I went to the gym also. I showered, and I've been doing my artist way of the week. It's like a mini 12-week course, but it's just like very interesting concept of like linking creativity to spirituality. And I've always kind of been like, I've always felt this like gravity of like creativity and God and stuff, but I've also wrestled with the idea that I know we are called to create, but I don't know what that creating looks like. I don't know, I've kind of wrestled with the fact that creativity comes from God, but I've also agreed with it. So I think this is just me trying to lean into that more. I have to do a disclaimer though. I know God, in respect to this book, I'm not really sure if she's Christian or not, but she describes God as this all-knowing and all-providing, this great being. So I don't know if she's talking about my God or just something she made up in her mind, but I am referring to God as God. And then if I find something that I don't agree with, then I wouldn't really use that or, you know, follow that. I'm skeptically going through it, but I also see a lot of value in what it could provide, because I really feel like expressing yourself creatively is very spiritual, and it's more than a physical, at least in my own experience of it. Happy Tuesday. We're gonna plate my breakfast together. Okay, I need to link this girl's page on TikTok, because I've been seeing her breakfast like platter, and they're always so inspiring for me. So I'm just taking inspiration from her, like for the most part, for breakfast. And she's really having me rethink this whole idea of breakfast, and just like making breakfast less Western, or de-Westernizing breakfast, your idea of breakfast. So this is our plate. People like me shouldn't be doing this. I'm too clumsy for this. But anyways, we're gonna start with leftover rice from last night. This is white rice, but I snuck in lentils in there. I know lentils increase the protein, you know, protein content of the rice, and also fiber. I think a couple spoons of this should be great for me for breakfast. I just do one more. Perfect. I have been obsessed with sardines. Not necessarily the taste. I just feel like my skin, my body really likes it too. So this is the one in soy oil. I usually do the one in water, but I wanted to try the one in oil for a change. It feels softer already. Interesting. That's nice. I'm gonna add 2 boiled eggs. I like to soft boil or medium boil my eggs, but today it's given hard. This has 2 yolks in it. Kind of weird. Like, 1, 2. That's a little weird. I think I'm just gonna finish up with some kimchi. I love the carrot kimchi from the farmer's market. It's just so good. And then I do a bit of spring onion. This adds a bit more flavor than just, I guess, cabbage kimchi, because obviously you're using spring onion. So just throw that in there. Once I'm done eating that, I have some kiwis waiting for me. You guys know I love my kiwis. So good. I'm going to top it off with some rice seasoning. Just sprinkle this all over. It's really nice, especially on eggs. So good. Let me see if I can show you what it looks like here. Yeah. This is my breakfast. I hate the smell of sardines though. Kind of gross. But they're so good for you. It's currently like 1 p.m. and I think I wanna go grab a coffee before I settle down for any type of work. I have editing to do today. Heavy lifting editing, dare I say. So I'm like, I wanna go outside, walk a little, catch some sun, and then hopefully that gives me a little bit of like motivation to go for what I have to do. So I'm a little discombobulated right now, but I think I'm gonna go grab a coffee. I've been going to like the Mellow Coffee, and they have this iced Vietnamese coffee that I am obsessed with, and that's what I think I'm gonna go and grab today. It's called the iced num num. I'm gonna be using my Fleur. I love this. It smells so good, and it was a Christmas gift, and I am forever indebted. I'm gonna go get a coffee, catch some sun, and then we are gonna come back in and settle for work. Hello. Yesterday I did say I was going to talk about this book a little bit more, and I actually don't have more to say than I said yesterday. I think yesterday I already went over like why I decided to like reach out for this book, and I think I was going over my clips on this camera and I realized that I actually spoke about it in the last few clips that I recorded. I spent most of my time editing after, we went to grab coffee today, and I think I've made good progress. I'm still struggling with distractions with editing. I've been dealing with like a huge creative block. I have just gone through a process of just like not creating anything, and I have been consuming a lot. And obviously I think a lot of us can relate to that, and we know that once that happens, it's just like really tough. It's really tough, and it's hard to get out of that rot in general. So I'm trying to get back on it, and I'm really happy. I think I'm making a bit more progress with creating, like with editing. Like I had a lot of editing to do, and I am happy that I stuck with like trying to get it right or trying to get anything done, because now it's starting to feel like it's paying off. One of the most important things that I picked out of this chapter was is how anger is your most loyal emotion. It's gonna tell you what your boundaries are, and it's also gonna tell you what you really want to do that you might not really admit to yourself when you're feeling good. So if you've ever wondered that, like, okay, why is this person doing this? I know I can do something better than this. That's probably your sign to do the thing. Or like, if you ever watch a film and just be like, or a short film, and you're like, well, I can make better films than this, and it's like a little bit of like sassiness to it. I know I felt that before. But that's your sign to like kind of know that maybe you should be making short films. Maybe you should be making music. If you hear someone singing, you're like, oh, I feel like I can make better music than this, so maybe you should be doing. I don't mean that in like like you guys know what I mean, like, right? You know what I mean? That's one of my biggest takeaways, because I've never really thought about anger, or like, I guess another way of saying that is jealousy. Like if you see someone doing something online, even with like social media and stuff, and you feel like a little bit of like, I can do this and even better. That's probably showing you where your heart is. Like, at. I keep like moving my head because I'm trying to be in the position that has a little bit of light. And I don't know if it's working, but I'm here, you guys. I'm here. Well, the other thing was about shame, and one of the main things that I took from that is like you have to protect your inner artist, especially when you're in the beginning stages of like making something. It's not everybody that can see or should be able to see what you're doing. Criticism is not bad. Criticism is not a bad thing at all. It's just a matter of when and how you get it. Obviously, how you get it is super important, but like there's some critics that are super harsh, and those are the kinds of criticism that you need from time to time, but definitely not at the beginning of doing something or working on something, especially if you're pretty new to creating in general. Build in silent for a little bit and then show your work, because most of the time when you start creating or when you're creating, a lot of the things that you suppress or you've avoided showing or doing, and I'm talking from personal experience as well, it does pop up. It does, like, you start to want to express that in your work. And I have this rule, right? If there's an emotion that I haven't completely dealt with, I don't want to talk about it with anyone, because you're gonna project something onto me that I'm not necessarily sure that I feel, and I don't want to carry that emotion, because it might be like, maybe I didn't need to feel that emotion at the end of the day. It's the same thing with shame and our work. You need to protect your inner and your artist. And artist doesn't necessarily mean you make, like, it means you make art, but art doesn't have to be like art. It doesn't have to be like, it could literally be like cooking. Cooking can be your art. It could be drawing. It could be anything. It doesn't have to be, it just anything that makes you happy, anything that allows you to create in general. On the topic of growth, this one really touched me because I don't think I do this enough, and it's looking and talking to your inner child, having conversations with yourself. I talk to myself every single time, but I don't think I address some of my insecurities and some of the things that I struggle with. Like, I think I'm always tough on myself, like, oh, you gotta do this, you gotta do this, how aren't you doing this already? But I think I need to show myself a little bit more love and just be like, girl, I see you, I see the effort that you put in, and I'm just here for you. I don't want to spoil the book for you guys, or I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but I also wanted to give you a little peek into like what sort of gets unpacked here. I know it's a lot about the book, or the course is meant to be more creative inclined, but I also feel like I learn a lot of lessons about my personal life and just like boundaries and emotions and just personal stuff from this book as well. Like anxiety, sometimes like I get a lot of lessons from this, like reading this. So I wouldn't say it only helps you with your artist. I think it also helps you as a person. So so far so good, and I'm enjoying it. I think I'm also gonna grab Chipotle for dinner. I know, not very great. Sometimes self-care is ordering takeout and saving your energy. At least it's Chipotle, you know what I mean? Okay, bye-bye. It's currently 7:45 and I'm heading to the gym right now. This was a hard decision for me to make because I don't necessarily want to go to the gym right now, but I also feel like I have a lot of energy to let out. I just feel a little weird, so we're gonna go gym. Here's the outfit though. I know I maybe shouldn't wash my stainless steel pan in the dishwasher, but every single time I wash it, it looks so clean, like in the dishwasher, compared to what my hands will do. So I think I'm just gonna stick to the dishwasher. Yeah. Here's what we're eating for dinner. I have some steak that's resting here. Once it's fully rested, I'm just gonna slice it up. Made some lentils in here. These look so ugh, but boiled some lentils over there and some rice. And then I'm gonna have some lentils, rice, and then I have like baked carrots in the oven that we're gonna throw on there. And then I've got this like leftover chimichurri from last week. It's really small, but we're gonna make do with what we have. Thanksgiving doesn't really make sense, but all together maybe we can make something work. That's like majority of my dinners though. I just got back in, well, not just, but it was really hot outside and I started getting a headache, so I decided to come back in. I'm feeling very sleepy. I woke up feeling not too good and I spent the most of my day just doing my regular schmegular, and I decided to just go out, get some sun. It's pretty sunny today, and also get an acai bowl because I really wanted one last night, but they already closed by the time I had dinner. So I'm like, okay, let me go grab an acai bowl this afternoon, early afternoon. I mean, that helped for a minute, but now I'm very tired. I'm feeling very sleepy, but I still want to be productive-ish with my day, right? So now we're gonna make a matcha. I haven't made a matcha in a minute, so this is gonna be interesting or not at all. Right from the jump, I already messed up because you're meant to sieve your matcha into your bowl, and I'm not even using a bowl. I'm using this white cup. That's to show you how much of an amateur that I am. She's just gonna shut up and just make it. Teaspoon 1. I think 2 teaspoons makes sense, right? Strawberry milk and matcha. It's really sweet, but I honestly don't love the taste of matcha, so like I opt for sweeter matchas. I'm okay with that. It's Saturday morning. and we're about to head to a coffee shop and then go on like a mini hike situation. Here's the outfit of the day. Not sure how I feel about this romper because I just feel like so weird. Like the material's weird in my opinion. I feel like it's not really sitting on my body. Like, look at here for example, there's like a little bit of fabric and I'm just like scared that my titty will pop out.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
It's so steep here. We're going down like a nice little hill. Sorry. We're going down here and it's like we're walking. We're on like Lakeshore right now, but we stopped for a little bit because we have about 30, actually more like 40 minutes of walking to do. We went so west. If you're in Toronto and you know where High Park is, it's like we basically started at Runcie, made our way through High Park, and now we're going back into like downtown. We're going through Lakeshore, so we are on Lakeshore now, trying to walk all the way back, but we just stopped for a little bit because I just feel like it's what's the rush, you know? Taking the views, sit by the water, and freaking chill. The only thing I wish I had right now is a water or like a icy little drink. Times like this I would love a pop because it just feels so refreshing with the fizziness of it, but it's not so good for me, is it?